Hello and welcome to our custom pay type video series. Today's video is going to show you how to create a non-taxable reimbursing allowance for mileage. Now, please note, for this to be a non-taxable reimbursing allowance, you have to use the IRD rate for your reimbursement. Anything over that will be taxable. So if your reimbursing rate according to your policy or employment agreement is more than the IRD rate, you're going to have to create two reimbursements in here, one taxable and one non-taxable. Okay, but now let's assume that you're using the IRD rate and let's get into creating a non-taxable reimbursement. So here's my timesheet. I've got Noah's timesheet up here and I need to create his non-taxable reimbursement. So I go to employees, pay types. The top one here is taxed type pay types. That's not what I'm going to use. I'm going to go down to the non-taxable pay types to create that reimbursement, and I'm going to call that mileage reimbursement. Now the rate I have to use is the IRD rate, and the IRD rate at the moment is 1.04 per kilometer. Our unit here is per unit. And then please note you can add tracking options if you need to make your record keeping easier or report back on mileage reimbursements for the year. Save this tab. Very good. Let's return to our timesheet. Okay, so in our timesheet, I'm going to add a new row to the same week. And in my pay types menu, I will select my mileage reimbursement that I just set up. Now, on the appropriate day where he has asked for a reimbursement, I need to put in the kilometers that Noah traveled. So on Tuesday, Noah traveled 53.5 kilometers. And on Thursday, he traveled 230 kilometers. Update and save. So these kilometers will be reimbursed at the IRD rate. Right, update and save. So you'll see in your pay summary, there is a new line just below your net amount that with the title non-taxable allowances, and the total of all the non-taxable allowances in this timesheet are tallied and presented in one figure. So if you want to check what the value is of each of these entries, left click in the green box for your mileage reimbursement. You will see he traveled 53.5 kilometers, and that is a value of 55.64. And then the 230 is a value of 32.920 for that travel. Let's take a look at his payslip. Right, so on Noah's payslip, you will see here in his timesheet area, his mileage and all the kilometers that he traveled. So it's very good to see that there so that he can double check that you have entered the figures correctly and that he submitted the correct figures. And then obviously here in the pay summary, if you have selected to show pay rates, which I highly recommend, you will see that there is the mileage rate. So you can see that this is the IRD rate of $1.04 per kilometer. There you are. You have just reimbursed Noah's kilometers as per the IRD rate. Thank you. See you in the next video.